Celtic 3, Kilmarnock 0 currently. 89 minutes on the clock as it stands, and just before the game kicked off itself, there's supposed to be a minute of silence for all the fallen people in the world wars, obviously, and all the conflicts, basically. But mainly for the world wars, and it had to be cut short only 15 seconds after it was basically kicked off, and 45 seconds too early, and that's just so disrespectful, to be honest. And if you can't shut your mouth for a minute for at least the people at the game, and there will be a lot of people at the game, Celtic fans who would want to show the respect for a minute, family, or just they just want to show respect because 60,000 Irish people died in both the World War conflicts, majority being from World War One, 190,000, over 190,000 Scottish people died over the both world wars, and it was actually 10,000 civilians of the Scottish people that died as well. So I would say about 85 to 90% of the Celtic fans are being quiet, but about 10-15% of them are kind of booing and stuff like that. It's just so disrespectful because, as I was saying, the Celtic fans, I'm sure a lot of them would want to show respect because someone in their family would have died in that conflict, even if they don't know who they are. And if I would say the majority of the people who were booing were probably under 45, because it seems to be a lot of young people, or the majority of the older people who actually aren't brainwashed would not. And if you can't show respect, just don't go to the Remembrance Weekend game where you know that's going to be. Anyway, the game itself, Kenny scored the first goal to make it 1-0 quite early on, and then from that point on, you don't really see Kilmarnock getting back into it. They showed a bit of attacking threat after that, but not really anything worthwhile. And then the first half was just quite comfortable. As I said, they come on, we're not really doing anything going forward. They're just kind of attacking, but at the same time, not really hitting shots, troubling Schmeichel. Go in 1-0 half time, pretty comfortable. Second, come out, you come on, really have to go for it straight away. Otherwise, there's no chance of them coming back. Although there really wasn't really. Most people didn't really see any chance of them coming back, but that got straight away. Celtic got the second, basically, with 50th minute. And Tierney actually got a goal, which is surprising. I don't think he's got any goals since he's been back at Celtic. He's been pretty bad, to be honest. And it's a really good strike, has to be said. I think it's just outside the box, left foot, bottom right. Not really savable, I wouldn't say. And then after that, Kilmarnock kind of tried to get back in the game, but as it's kind of similar at the first half. Anything that they were doing attacking wise going forward, there was nothing really. They weren't troubling Schmeichel, they weren't really getting properly in the box or anything like that. Just kind of in Celtic's half, that's about it. And then any chance that they had, although it being 1% at that point, got cut out with Maeda getting the third to make it 3-0 at the 84th minute. And Hearts were one each, so therefore Celtic are now 4 points behind Hearts, considering they were 9 just like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, Hearts seem to be crumbling a little bit, and I wasn't really expecting that this early. It's kind of somewhat Aberdeen in ways, although Hearts are a much better team than Aberdeen were last season, and they should really get an extra goal. And yeah, so I'm thinking 3 points, 3-0, can't complain, clean sheet. So yeah,